I don't know, dog. I don't know, man.
Unsettling incident YouTube would prefer we forget ever happened. Easily one of the most disturbing and consequential PR disasters in YouTube's history. Elsagate. This story was massive, and for good reason. Back in 2016, the lid was blown on a site-wide operation. A ring of channels had been making content targeting children that contained violence and highly suggestive sexual themes.
Check this out, new at 4 o'clock. Sex, drugs, and scary videos on a popular children's app. Inappropriate videos have infiltrated YouTube Kids, often showing popular children's characters in violent and even sexual scenarios.
This salacious material deceptively found its way to the screens of kids, with creators using sneaky methods to get clicks. They used iconic kid-safe characters like Spider-Man, Dora the Explorer, and of course, Elsa to bait in young viewers. The discovery of this unsavory ring of creators generated disgust around the YouTube community, and it wouldn't be long before a moral panic ensued. Something had to be done about this. From traumatized children to outraged parents to multi-million-dollar government fines being issued at YouTube, this is the dark legacy of Elsagate. Today's video is sponsored by Keeps, and to begin the ad, let's take a look at my hair from videos back in 2020.
Yeah. Why do they need to do that?
I was losing hair back in the day and losing it fast. I didn't feel like going bald, so I started getting hair loss prevention treatments.
You're gonna give Luca his own
Keep.
skin, bro. Nah, never mind.
And the results have been pretty insane. Here's me about 6 months after starting Keeps, a year after
don't talk
starting,
about Embiid, bro.
And then there's me now.
Talk about that, man.
I think in comparison, my hair looks quite a bit fuller and better than it did back in the day. Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved hair loss products at a can't-beat price. And best of all, you skip the trip to the doctor's office and pharmacy. Keeps will set you up with a prescribing doctor.
If you want to give Luca a skin, bro, give that man Al Horford a skin, bro.
Online and ship your prescription right to your front door.
I know you're gonna be like,
6 weeks, you should start seeing results.
Why would you say that, bro?
Look, I stand by Keeps. This stuff
man,
works.
we're just
And
naming
if you're
players,
a guy
bro,
that has some anxiety about hair loss, there's no better time than now to start Keeps. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to www.keeps.com/wavy to get 50% off your first 3 months of treatment.
Oh, Mr. Beast.
To begin the Elsagate story, let's take a brief look at the history of children's content on YouTube. The first large kids channels were your trusted class.
I'm actually trying to pay attention to this video that you sampled.
Loss, there's no better time than now to start Keeps. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to www.keeps.com/wavy to get 50% off your first 3 months of treatment. To begin the Elsagate story, let's take a brief look at the history of children's content on YouTube. The first large kids channels were your trusted classics that had migrated over from television. We're talking Sesame Street, VeggieTales.
My baby cousin watches some of these stuff, so I need to know.
Thomas the Tank Engine, etc. But after a while, you started getting enterprising mom and pop operations entering the YouTube ad revenue gold rush. The output.
I'm sorry. Cocomelon is crack for babies. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it makes them act the way they do. But that shit gotta stop. Like,
of these smaller mom and pop independently ran channels pretty much included these amateur kids animations with nursery rhymes that were in the public domain. But in the kids content hustle on YouTube, the mom and pop operations were getting outclassed by the big boys, by the
You know Gracie's Corner? I don't think so.
Sesame Street's on the block.
Should I know?
I mean, what kind of kid wants to watch some generic, soulless looking stock image ass character when they can watch the top shelf stuff like Peppa Pig? So in order to compete, these smaller independent kids channels got a little bit creative. In the early 2010s, you started seeing smaller creators taking great.
The fuck did I just watch? Is Elsa rubbing shit on Spider-Man's face? Wait, what is this? The brain generation during the generation was Teletubbies. I want to what's the television? Telling you me this? Our generator was the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not funny, Draco. You did not. You didn't do anything with that, bro. That shit is not funny. No one is laughing, bro.
Creators taking great liberty with the
Did the
intellectual
Joker just
property of
abducted
others,
Elsa?
using well-known and iconic kids.
Is that a man?
With the intellectual property of others, using well-known and iconic kids characters in their own creations. This included using live actors wearing popular kids character costumes, and also computer-generated animation that sort of looked like some
Ew. Why she cross-eyed? There's nothing wrong with that. I was just saying, like,
Chinese bootleg of a main franchise character. Now, while you're certainly getting a little risque with this level of
yo, Draco, stop. The Spider-Man YouTube channels, Ron, Gen Alpha, my little cousin would watch this shit. What emo is that, Draco? What the fuck?
Copyright swashbuckling,
No.
one could argue that it was
Someone I know
protected
is
under fair
cross-eyed.
use or fair dealings.
But the reason why I brought that up is because some organizations do things on purpose just to attract people. Hollywood is an example. You seen what they did with Snow White. I don't even want to talk about Snow White. That shit was sad. Like, that shit is sad, bro. People grow up to watch that shit. That's a childhood's movie or whatever. And they just made Snow White into something that is not. It's crazy. I think she's getting canceled for that, ain't she?
Whatever the case, using these copyrighted kids characters, it was a cheap and effective tactic in bringing in new viewers. A lot of these small mom and pop channels blew up and weren't small anymore. An entire industry was forming on YouTube.
Do you want me to watch this video, or I'm trying to watch this video for you, bro?
An unregulated wild west of children's
bro.
content, each channel
I need to know-
participating in a
to see
sort of
this. I need to
arms
see
race,
this. Then I got your
battling
DMs. I got you.
competitors for views and ad revenue. And as years would pass and this kids' content was allowed to mutate further, we'll come to find that copyright abuse was
Something
the
important. Is it more important than this?
problematic thing going on in this space of content creation. Some folks were willing to go to disturbing lengths in order to get the eyes of children on their videos. In 2016, an article was published by The Guardian shining light on a phenomena of rapidly growing kids channels that were including adult themes in their content and racking up millions of views while doing so, all while perfectly being accessible within the walled garden of the YouTube Kids app. One such channel highlighted by The Guardian was called Webs and Tiaras. This channel was notorious for featuring the various antics of a group of unknown actors dressed as Spider-Man and Elsa.
We've got a Frozen movie, superheroes, it's cool, it's
Yo,
fun.
not my goat, bro.
The kids out there are having fun. 115 million views in 1 month. Very
No way.
suspicious stuff.
Suspiciously going from
So be
0
at QB?
subscribers to 1 million in a matter of months, this channel employed thumbnails often depicting characters getting impregnated and being injected.
Yo, people are sick. People are sick, bro. That is insane. And kids watch this.
Episode published by this kids channel showcases an impregnated Spider-Man getting an ultrasound and
I
being
don't think those stats are realistic, bro.
prepared for childbirth. Yeah, so this is just like totally something you would want your 5-year-old kid to sit down and binge hours of, right? Other channels at the time that were blurring the lines of kid and adult content with this Spider-Man and Elsa style material included Toy Monster, The Superhero's Life, and The Kids Club. While indeed very weird, pregnant Spider-Man wasn't creating a moral panic within the YouTube community just yet. However, people did start to take note, and the
No, not my boy
massive
Venom. Oh my gosh, bro. If they do something with Venom, I swear to God, bro. I swear, I swear. There's no way, dog.
growth of this style of content did indeed spark conversation within the community. As the YouTube algorithm continued to graciously reward this weird content with views and ad revenue, the nature of the content would only become more extreme and dubious over time. as the sexual themes and violence would only become more prevalent in these videos as a twisted way to keep the intrigue of kids. These channels played off of taboo topics that kids were naturally inclined to want to look into when they weren't really emotionally prepared to handle any of it.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching this shit. I'm not watching this shit because that shit is actually gonna piss me off.